Hi girls. So this is going to be my son's, oh well, both of us I guess, our official kind of 6-month postpartum update. Um, he has turned 7 months as of today. Well, my husband counts and my mom and my sisters count every 11th since that's when he was born. I count every 4 weeks. It just makes more sense in my eyes. So to me, he turned 7 months 2 weeks ago. To everyone else, he's 7 months today. So yay! I can't believe it. I can picture him, like, I can picture myself still pregnant and how it felt to give birth and how it felt to just hold him in my arms when he was born. And he's freaking 7 months. It's just so crazy. It really is true what they say, how time flies with kids. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah. I'm going to recap basically just some of the stuff about him, what's been going on with him and me and all of that. So first thing, I just have to say that he officially started crawling on his knees today. So crazy, I know, on the 11th, just so crazy. He's been like crawling using his stomach and hands the last 2 months, and crawling backwards. He can never crawl forward, and he was never using his knees. He was using his belly, his arms, and he'd push himself backwards up into a wall and always end up stuck up against a wall. And he can, spin around using his stomach. But today, because I want to say the last 3 to 4 days, he's been like, kind of like teeter-tottering on his knees, that back and forth thing that babies do. And today, we were watching him this morning, like literally we're like, is he really gonna crawl? And he did. He just started going forward. He would plop over and have his butt hanging in the air and all of that, but he was crawling, and I was in tears. Like, I could not believe it. Makes me emotional just thinking about it, because it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, gosh. I don't know, it's insane. I'm happy, but at the same time, it's so emotional. But that's the big news today. I can't give you an exact weight because his appointment was supposed to be last Thursday and I had to cancel it because we weren't able to make it. But before that, his last appointment was, or doctor's appointment was November 1st, and at that time he weighed 15.5 pounds, about 25 and a half inches, or 26 inches long, something like that. The doctor said that she said he's probably about a pound and a half underweight, because he should have been at 17 pounds, but that's considering for a 40-week term baby, and he wasn't. He was born, obviously, if you watch my videos, he was born at 36 weeks and 4 days. He was early. But I'm not worried, and the doctor's not worried. She said he looks so healthy, he has the chubbiest legs, and he's fine. So it's not a big deal to me. But if I were to guess, I would think he's probably now at about 17 pounds, give or take a few pounds. But yeah, he's crawling. I don't know, that's just the big news for me today. Let's see, he's eating solids. I started him at solids at about 5 months. I started him a little bit early because he was showing all the signs that he can handle it, and he was hungry, and he was always trying to take our food. I started him first with a banana and a mesh feeder, and then from that it went on to other fruits and veggies. And I puree all his fruits and veggies. I have a baby bullet, and to me, I love the concept of saving money and that I know what's in his food. So his favorite food right now is butternut squash, but he's also tried carrots, which he kind of likes. They have to be pureed that same day. They can't be like out of the fridge because they taste kind of weird. And I taste all his food before I give it to him, so I know because he makes the faces that I would make. He hates peas. He loves bananas, obviously, all kids do. And he loves avocados mashed with a fork, not pureed. There's just something about a pureed avocado that tastes so disgusting, let me tell you. But mashed up with a fork, it's fine, because that's what he had for dinner today. So, and then we just started him last week on corn, and he really liked that too. So, and then he's tried a sweet potato also. I think tomorrow We're gonna do apples though. I have so many apples to get rid of, and his what is that? His pooping situation has been fine. Like, he hasn't been constipated, so I'm not gonna give him apples for like a whole week or anything, because I know that can constipate them too, but maybe for the next couple of days. We'll see how it goes. I also just started him on the Gerber Puffs, the sweet potato. He loves them. It's still a little nerve-wracking for me because he doesn't have teeth yet, which, let me tell you, he started teething like at 4.5 months and they still haven't came in. I think he's going to be one of those kids. It's like you could see them coming out, and then 1 month they'll be gone, and then the next month they're back again. It's so weird. And I could tell because he's starting to get fussy again, and his gums are kind of turning white, and they look a little swollen and all of that stuff, but he's been fine. But for the most part, feeding's been doing well. He likes sitting on his high chair. He sits like a man. He likes to lean on the side and put one leg up in the air with anything. Car seat, bumbo, bouncers, that's how he sits. I can fix him on it and tell him to sit right, and he just likes to lean and have a leg up. Go figure. It's like his dad. But for the most part, that's feeding situation has been going perfectly fine. We haven't had any craziness with any of that stuff. So he loves his walker or bouncer, whichever that thing is. And, you know, you put him in and they stand up and all that. He loves that. He loves it more now, especially because he can control all the toys. He does great on his bumbo. We always have it on the floor. Oh, sitting up. He's not sitting up himself, but when I sit him up, it could last anywhere from 5 seconds to 5 minutes. And if he wants to plop over, he will. He loves being on his belly, so I'm thinking he'll probably start to sit up on his own maybe in the next couple of months. But he is crawling, so I'm proud of him for doing that. My love-hate relationship, the thing that's been giving me the most problem just within this past month of November, has been the car seat. He has been an angel in it up until November. For some reason, he just all of a sudden hates it. He arches his back to try to get out of it. He sweats, he cries, he screams bloody murder. If I'm alone with him, it's like awful. I always know that I have to leave early if we have an appointment, because I have to be able to stop at least once or twice. However, just for the past week and a half, he's been wonderful. So I'm crossing my fingers that whole month was just a phase of him, because of him screaming. And it wasn't the kind of grumpy scream. He would scream till he couldn't breathe. He would cry till he couldn't breathe. It was horrible. I would cry in the car with him because I couldn't pull over if I was on the freeway. It's awful. I'd give him all kinds of toys with tags, rattling, cushy toys, hard toys. I've even given him my cell phone out of desperation. It wasn't working. For a whole month, it was horrible. I didn't want to go anywhere or do anything. My dog's a little... She's so weird right now. Okay, so, yeah. Like I said, the last week and a half has been, he's been fine, so I'm crossing my fingers it stays that way. But that's the only thing that's been giving me a hard time, is just that situation. Besides that, he's been fine with everything else. And he loves bath time. Loves it. Okay, so, he's in 6 to 9 month clothing. He'll wear anything. He even leaves beanies and hats on his head, and he looks so cute in them. He's not quite even like a size 1 in shoes yet, so I buy a lot of the socks that look like shoes, and sometimes some of them have like the real laces on them. I love those, like the shoe socks or the sock shoes or whatever they're called. He's in size 3 diapers, and I prefer Loves right now. I'm not cloth diapering, so that's what I prefer. Let's see, his sleep schedule, on a good day, on a regular good day, his nap time is anywhere from 9 to 9:30. Because of the whole teething thing that started coming back around again, he wouldn't go to bed sometimes from like 11 to 12:30 a.m. It was just crazy. But on a good day like today, he fell asleep around 9. Usually now he wakes up anywhere from about 3 to 5 in the morning. He just nurses like for a quick 5 minutes and goes right back to sleep. I think it's just more for comfort. Sometimes I won't even nurse him and I'll just kind of like shush him and put the pacifier in his mouth and, you know, kind of do that, and he'll go back to sleep. And then he'll wake up for like the day around 7 to 8, just depending on what time he's gone to bed. And then I'll nurse him then, and then I'll nurse him again at around 11, and I won't have to nurse him the entire day because I have been officially supplementing with formula since November. I was supplementing end of October with about 2 ounces and then nursing him. And the reason I started this is because I really felt that I was just not producing enough milk. Maybe it had something to do with teething or growth spurt, but he would be gnawing at my boobs and wanting more. And you know, it's like they have that, it could be a lot of different things because I've read so much and I've watched so many videos about moms talking about it. But for me personally, I just also felt like I wasn't producing enough milk. And I could tell you I wasn't, because on a day where I'm engorged on both boobs, I will only pump 4 ounces from both sides. 4 to 4.5. That to me is just not enough milk for a baby that's 6 to 7 months old. I mean, I really think he should be drinking 6 to 8 ounces. So he would always seem like he was starving because he would cry and fuss every 2 hours. I couldn't take him anywhere. Like October, November, it was awful. And everyone will always say, oh, maybe he's hungry, maybe he's hungry. And I would like literally feel my boobs and there'd be nothing in there. And I'm like, I just fed him like an hour ago. So I started supplementing, and the doctor even said, his pediatrician even recommended just kind of doing that to give him a little bit more, because now that he's more active, like I said, she wasn't concerned about his weight, but because he's all over the place now and been crawling, they burn more calories, and with that, she said she wouldn't want him to lose any weight. So she did say, if you want, you can try supplementing, which I already was starting it back in the end of October. As of November to now, I've been supplementing 4 to 6 ounces, because after his morning feeding, like at 7, and then again I'll feed him, or if I'm not at work, I will nurse him again around 10, 11. He will not you know, cry for me. Like usually he'll put his face up against me to look for my breast. He won't need to do that because he's full off formula. And at the same time, from like 10 to 11 in the morning, I will not be full of milk up until about maybe 5 to 6 p.m. that night. I swear. Like usually before, like back in August, September, I would leak because I'd have to wear breast pads. I don't have to do that anymore. And at night, I don't have to do that anymore. So that's how I know my milk supply is just definitely dwindling down. I'm sure it has a lot to do with my diet, what I eat and all that stuff. But I know there's certain foods I can eat, but I think I'm done. I was going to try to shoot for a year, but it's just been so hard. Nursing is hard. It's hard work. And I've gone this far, and I'm very proud of myself because I think I'll be done at about 8 months, which is next month. I think I'll be done. He's taken the Enfamil. We give him Enfamil. He's taken that fine. He found a bottle and nipple that he liked fine, which is the Nook brand. So I think I'm going to be retiring at 8 months, and I'm proud of myself for going that far, especially for my first. So, yeah. My body wanted to give up 2 months ago, but my heart was just like, no, and my son wasn't ready yet. But he's weaning off quite a bit, and he's not like searching for it, like I said, as much anymore. So I think we're going to be okay. Maybe 9 months, maybe, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how he reacts. But he's been doing fine with the formula. So that's the situation with that. I am still taking prenatals though, and you know, what are you gonna do? What else should I report on? I think that's it. He's still co-sleeping with us. We have his co-sleeper next to our bed. I'm thinking within the next month, maybe 2 months, we're gonna start looking for a crib, and we'll see how that goes. I'm so nervous about it. Because I love him on the bed next to me. I just love him there. After, like in the morning, like his 7 o'clock feeding, sometimes when he wakes up at 5, I'll have him on the bed next to me till we're ready to get up, and he'll sleep next to me, just because my husband's not home at night a lot of times too, so I don't know. Every mom's different. I love him there next to me. Like, I miss him, you know, when he's on his co-sleeper and it's next to me. Crazy, I know. I think that's it. Oh, I've given him pieces of pasta, like, you know, what I eat. I'll, like, mesh it up a little bit and give it to him. He loves it. He loves pieces of bread, so I've given him little mashed up pieces of asparagus, just, like, little veggies and stuff like that. But for the most part, he's been doing fine. I've been doing fine. I'm still about 11 pounds away from my pre-pregnancy weight, and on top of that, I'd like to lose an additional 10. I've been exercising a lot more and watching what I've been eating, so I'm hoping by the next few months I'll see more progress. And I hear him stirring and crying now. So anyway, that is our update, and I will probably see you guys in a few months. So bye.